Welcome. I'm Andrea Kennedy, and here we are live. This is our August. Um, this is our August event, and I come on the first Thursday of every month, and we do a little something together. And it's always really quite wonderful to have everyone here and see some people already on. We are streaming, or should be streaming, to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So, welcome to everyone. Please send me a chat. Let me know you can hear me. That would be great. It always makes me feel a little bit better. Technology is, sometimes it works great, other times not. If you were here last month, you might recall that my internet went down um, just after uh, the meditation was done. And so we didn't have any time to chat afterwards. It was really kind of odd because my internet is so reliable. And hopefully this time will be okay. I'd like to hang out a little bit after the meditation. You can always feel free to ask me anything. I'll do my best to give you, the straight, honest truth every single time, of course. But this is, one of the things I really do love to do is come on and thank you for everyone writing in the comments now. So that's fantastic. So I see you beautiful people from Facebook and YouTube. So that always makes me just feel a little bit more at ease. Um, oh, nice. Look at that. Oh, I uh, accidentally did chat overlay or something. So, all right, hold on just a second. Okay. You see, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I'm certainly no expert at all of this online stuff. Each time that we do things online, I'm always a bit nervous. I'm just a normal person and just kind of cross my fingers that it all works out. So far, so good. I think we've done all right. I started these things way back at the beginning of the pandemic and used to do them weekly. And now I'm monthly and kind of like to do something in between that. So as we're waiting for some people to come on, more people, we're almost at 100 now, it looks like. I just want to say thank you to everyone who takes time out of your busy days. And I know this might not be an opportune, best time for you to come in and watch. And so you can always watch the replays, and then I'll edit just the meditation part and I'll put it on YouTube. But the live video does live on YouTube if you ever want to go back and take part in it after the fact. So thank you all for all the chats and helping me feel a little bit more at ease that it's all going all right. Let's see, couple things. Oh, I am really surprised. I had a mentoring client last night who had just barely found the podcast. And so I want to just take a minute to bring your attention. If you don't know about the podcast, I just want to put it out there for you to consider. The podcast is actually a project of mine that I do with another wonderful person. And let's see here. Let me pull up my graphic. This is our latest episode. It came out yesterday and it's called Reiki, All Truth, No Fear. So if you're interested in Reiki, and if you are and you've been out there in the cyber, community, you might have heard all kinds of things about Reiki and all of that. And so Kathleen and I on our podcast in this episode discuss some of that misinformation, disinformation, and judgment out there in the Reiki community. So yeah, there are a couple little soapbox moments, which is a little bit different for us, but we hope you enjoy the episode. We have over 40 episodes on the podcast, and it's called Beyond the Reiki Gateway. And that's because many people learn Reiki, and then the whole world of spirituality opens up for them, and they get really curious. So we don't just talk about Reiki, we talk about all different kinds of topics, everything from spirit attachments to developing intuition. Oh, what are some other ones that we've had lately? Spirit guides, that's a popular one. Protecting your energy and just energetic hygiene, crystals. Oh, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing so many different things, but yeah, you can just listen to it anywhere that you listen to your podcasts, or you can go to our website, which is listed here on the screen, beyondthereikigateway.com, and then head over to Listen Now. All the episodes are there. We hope that you'll stop by and also subscribe to the newsletter. It's great to have more community through the podcast. And so there you go. All right. Now, let us go ahead and get started. And how we do this is I'm going to be offering Reiki to you live through our connection here. And we're also going to have a meditation that I'm going to lead. And each time we get together, it's a little bit different. And I try to plan what happens. And I have to tell you, this month was a little challenging for me because I had some different ideas come to me and nothing really stuck. And, lately I've been reading meditations. I do that sometimes. We're going to wing it today, but I'm here to tell you that the topic is your higher self. This has really gotten my attention lately in my own, spiritual pursuits, I guess. And I have a strong resonance with this concept. And here's why. Recently, I had a Reiki student, and she said, in the Reiki world, many people talk about spirit guides and angels and things like that, and even Reiki guides. And she said, I don't believe in any of that. So how does this work for me? And I have to say, it will work. Reiki is spiritually guided life force energy. That's it. And you can even not say spiritually. You can say Reiki is universally guided. It just has a wisdom about it. Really, I think the only belief you need about Reiki is that there's something out there more wise than you. There's something else out there greater than your own awareness. And I think that's it. So if you're not into spirit guides, if you're not into angels and all of that stuff, no worries. But the one thing that we have all in common is our higher self. And our higher self is very in tune with the universe. And our higher self also knows you. Your higher self knows you completely and totally beyond what you might know about yourself. I think that's a foregone conclusion. I don't feel that there's any other force, perhaps, for us, and of course there are exceptions, I'm sure, that could be more trustworthy than our own higher self. We're not really asking for help from any other entity or, angel guide, anything like that. Our higher self is devoted. I don't even want to say devoted. Our higher self is us. However, our higher self has a wisdom and a connection that's beyond our earthly awareness. And so, what better resource do we each have than tapping into our higher self, which will, of course, have our highest good as our highest priority, as there are, it's all one. It's kind of confusing, but we can completely trust our higher self. And I believe that if we choose to, we can attune our energy to more closely work with our higher selves. And so I would like to explore that with you today in a meditation. And so if the idea of connecting more to your higher self, attuning your vibration as you are here on earth more completely, and I'm going to say hardwire. If you want to be more hardwired in to your higher self, that's what we're going to focus on today. So I hope that appeals to you. And this meditation is more about your spiritual growth, your personal path forward, and your higher self knows exactly what it is you need in this moment to help you, whether it be for your health, physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, or perhaps it's to develop your clairsentience, your clairaudience, your clairvoyance, your extra sensory perception, I guess we'll say. Many people are wanting that. And I think that our world needs that. I think our world needs us as individuals to be more in tune with our higher selves. Why? Because that connection we bring through wisdom, we bring through guidance, we bring through energy frequencies that we can't find out here on planet Earth. Why not connect to that? Why not connect to who we really are and invite that energy to work with us? And not just during the meditation, but from now on. And know that if you want to strengthen that connection, come back to the meditation. Or perhaps your higher self will give you guidance as to how to commune with that energy after this meditation. Always follow your guidance for what is best for you on your spiritual path. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to ask you to just get comfortable. And I want to tell you that as we go through this meditation, I may have moments where I pause and there will be silence, and that's totally normal. I don't know how this is going to go. So we're doing this on the fly together. All right, let's see how this unfolds. But if I'm silent, just simply follow your guidance and feel the energy and welcome that connection to strengthen with your higher self for true guidance and wisdom and a feeling of unification with all that is. Sit back, relax, and make yourself comfortable. Take a few deep breaths, not so deep that it's uncomfortable. Just simply bring your awareness to the breath, moving into and out of your body, being in this present moment with me, with all who have gathered with similar intention to become more light-centered and light offering throughout our earthly lives, embodying more of the light we truly are by attuning our vibration more closely in resonance with our higher self. And I would invite you to relax and close your eyes. And simply imagine that you're in a beautiful forest in the center of very tall and majestic trees. There is a peaceful feeling here in this place, as though no one else has ever visited here before. Breathe in the air. Notice the earthy fragrance as you take in the air. And then let the breath go, allowing your body to more completely relax. You can feel a very light breeze here, which causes faint rustling in the upper branches of the trees. You can hear the songs of the birds, and the bright sunlight filters down, creating lacy patterns of light on the path before you. You're invited to begin walking along the path through the forest. This special place just for you. And as you follow the path before you, you notice a clearing off to the left, and you feel compelled to leave the path and explore this open area in the forest. And as you step in this sunny, open location, you see in the center of the clearing is an enormous crystal, a huge boulder-sized crystal. This crystal's type has been chosen perfectly in tune for you, so it can bring the vibrations that you most need right now. Invite yourself to look closely at the crystal. Do you notice a color, an energy, a vibration? Regardless of how you sense it or how you do not, know that this has been chosen for you. And as you approach the crystal, it feels like a good idea to climb up and sit on top of the crystal. And as you make your way to the top of your crystal, imagine your back straight, crowned to the heavens. And a brilliant light begins to shine down into your crown. This is the light of your higher self, descending to meet you in your earthly life, finally meeting you in this moment, in this very unique way. And if you are ready, you may repeat after me if it feels in resonance with you, to attune yourself to the frequencies of your higher self in deeper and more profound connection for your highest good. I now choose to connect to the highest frequencies of who I truly am. The higher levels of consciousness that are mine to embody, I connect with in a more permanent way now. I completely trust my connection to my higher self because it is me and I am it. I claim my ability to more clearly hear, feel, see, and recognize the guidance my higher self offers me from its place of higher awareness. I further accept the courage that my higher self offers me to walk more fully in the light of my authentic self here on earth. I know that I am eternal, and I remember this as it helps alleviate the earthly fears that I may have. This attunement to my higher self is in process now. And because this energy is uniquely me, this process unfolds in a way in accordance with my highest good. Therefore, the timing and the pace and the adjustments to my energetic field are fully appropriate for me. And from this moment on, I more fully embody and embrace the relationship, the connection, and the energy of my higher self as I carry out my life on earth toward fulfilling my purpose in this lifetime. And I know I am never alone because my higher self walks with me, walks within me, resides with me always, and is connected to all that is. And therefore, I am. And you may wish to sit and integrate this energy and enjoy this new and deeper connection that you have created for yourself. And if you wish, you may place your hands at your heart center and name anyone who has your heart's attention, who may be in need of healing, of help, peace, love, and understanding. You may also name any situations, circumstances, or relationships that you would also like to support. And I, along with all who are present with us now, offer all that you have named and all those open to receive the highest frequencies of healing energy, of Reiki, of compassion, creationary energy, guidance, whatever is in the highest good. We tap in and simply offer it. And may this energy continue to work with you and continue to be offered to all you have named in your heart space for as long as it is in the highest good of all concerned. Beyond time and space. The flow continues. And when you are ready, you may begin to settle your intention back on your body, on your breath perhaps, and your eyes. Taking in some breaths to come more fully into the present moment. Opening your eyes when you're ready. And returning. More fully embodied. With the light of who you truly are. And I wish you highest Reiki blessings today and all days. And I thank you for your presence and your awareness, your awakeness at this time in your life on earth. Thank you. All right. Okay. Woohoo. All right. I don't know about you guys. I really enjoyed that. No idea. Had no idea where that was going to go. Woohoo. Um, yeah. Felt a lot of energy there. Let me know. How'd you feel about that? I just am super excited about more of us in tune with our higher self, bringing that energy down. And I love it because it seems to me that exactly how that came through, we can totally trust our higher selves. We're not asking for help. You know, um, some of us have a reluctance to ask other people for help, even angels or guides or anything like that. But you know what? Our higher self is who we are. And so it isn't even about asking our higher self for help. It's just simply about tapping in and allowing more of that to come through. I just can't think of anything more natural and really more true than that. Really just bringing in the light of who we really are in brand new ways, I think. I really do feel like that. I don't know. Very cool. I'm going to check some chats out because that's always so fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, oh, nice. So people are liking that. Wonderful. Oh, you're welcome. Um, Clara, I see. Yes. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah. There are so many chats here. I cannot thank everybody enough. Oh my goodness. Um, Beautiful. Oh, Carolyn. Yeah. Carolyn, you're on Facebook today, but I often see you in the comments on YouTube and I love that. The channel on YouTube, it's been growing. And I have to say, I haven't posted like I used to post a bunch of videos and things like that on there. In the early days, I had lots to say. And that was really my whole point of starting the YouTube channel was to share my ideas and be helpful to people. And then it sort of morphed into healing videos. And that last healing video that I put out was state your own intention. And I do want to clarify that because I do get a lot of um, um, I do get a lot of requests for different things, very specific things. The other day I had a request for, can I do a Reiki video about marriage? Can I do, I've had other ones. Can I have a Reiki video on creatinine levels in my body? Wow. Okay. But what I want to say is, I don't mean to say like, wow, I'd never do the video like that. But my point is the specific little intention, scratch little, the specific intentions, because I don't want to say little because they're very important to you if you're asking for a video about that. But what I want to say is Reiki, its very nature, knows how to help you. So if you tune into my video that's Reiki for the liver, perhaps, um, maybe you think your liver really needs the Reiki, but I got news for you. If you're doing the Reiki for your liver video and there's something else going on with you that really could use the healing more, the Reiki's going to know that and the Reiki's going to help you with that. So Reiki goes beyond our conscious mind and what we think we need, because often we're wrong, and that goes for me too. That's just the human condition. We might focus on one thing over here and say, yeah, I really want this. But if we knew what we could know from a higher perspective, like maybe our higher self, we would recognize that, oh my goodness, I actually need more help over here. And let me give you a quick example. So let's just say that a Reiki practitioner's out in the world, right? And they see somebody they know, like it's an older gentleman, and he says, "Oh, hey, can you do some Reiki for me? I have hurt my knee and it's really hurting me. Please Reiki my knee." And so the practitioner Reikis his knee for a few minutes, and the energy's all flowing, and he's relaxing, and he's feeling like, "Oh, okay, this is great." And then they say their goodbyes, and then a few weeks later, they run into each other again, and the Reiki person says, "Oh, hey, how are you? How's your knee?" Both expecting a better knee, and he says, "Oh, well, my knee kinda still hurts, but I can hear a lot better ever since you gave me the Reiki." You see my point. Sometimes we have things going on with ourselves that we're not aware of that could be helped. The Reiki knows, and that's why one of the main intentions with a Reiki practitioner is, even though we have an intention for whoever we're offering Reiki for, which is based on their intention. I mean, people don't schedule a Reiki session, for example, for no reason. They always have an intention, and that's great. But my point is, let us hold our intention, and then let us let go of any attachment to that outcome, and just trust that the energy will be guided to help us for our highest good, because that's what it will do. So, nothing wrong with intention, but I don't think we need to worry about it so much. Just allow the energy to work with you. So if I don't have a video for your particular intention, try the one that I just did, where you state your own intention. But also know that any of the videos will be helpful, because the Reiki is not bound by that singular intention of the video. Other videos that you could try would be, there's the 12 Reiki Master video. That's a great one. It's a very popular one. And I don't think, any stated intention in that one. I have a full hour Reiki session that is open to whatever intention that you would like to put out there. I call it put your order in. So when we put our order in to the universe as to what our intention is, and then we relax and get out of the way, and allow ourselves to be helped. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? And I apologize, because if you did ask me questions way up there, I'm probably not going to see it. But I'm looking at the chat now. So if you have any particular questions or curiosities or anything like that, I'll certainly try to answer any of those before we go off of the call. It's so old school. Off of the live stream, I guess. And so I'm trying to move this out of the way for myself a little bit. Tend to talk with my hands. Very nice. So Liz, yep, you know Reiki. So oh, nice. You participated in that. And I've just got all of these other things there. Okay. Any questions? Can I help anybody with anything? Clarifying anything? We do. Oh, I want to try to heal my friend. Any advice? Well, wow, that's really going to depend for you. Some people pray for their friend. Some people might offer Reiki to their friend. I don't know if you're Reiki attuned. What I would say is, anybody, even if you're not attuned to Reiki, can be helpful. And that is because all people move energy, all people have intention, and all people have power. And when we combine our intention with our compassion and our goodwill toward others, wonderful things happen. And so, on a more earthly level, you might know of a book or a YouTube channel, or something that might be helpful to your friend. That's not nothing, so help them. Another thing you can do is similar to in our meditation, placing the hands on your heart center, holding the idea of your friend in your mind, placing them in your heart, and asking your higher self to help you bring through energy to them. And You might, here's an idea. You might even invite your higher self to work with that friend's higher self in offering whatever healing, guidance, and wisdom that your friend might need. So I think that uh, really the more loose we can be with our intention with whoever we're trying to help, the better, because therefore we don't limit what might be possible for them. So I thank you for that question. I hope that that might be helpful. um, let's see, Min T, how many Reiki sessions can we participate in as per videos? Oh, as many as you want to. Reiki can't heal you, but please remember balance. I wouldn't want you to spend, 5 hours in a day just doing Reiki videos. Maybe once, I mean, maybe that's okay. But I guess my point is a healthy life is a balanced one. And so follow your guidance as to what feels right for you, but just strive for balance. So, but the Reiki is not going to hurt you at all. How do you deal with disturbing energies? Soulstar asks. I don't really encounter them in my world. I have a pretty good handle on my energy and um, what ends up affecting me. So let's see, how do you deal with disturbing energies? So I'm not quite sure exactly what you're talking about. If it's in a Reiki session and, there's a spirit attachment or something like that, I just have a technique to release that. Often those spirit attachments, they're not really horrible and dark and trying to harm us. So there's a whole video on the channel about spirit attachments that you might check out. Um, but that's kind of where I went with that question. I hope that that's helpful. Also on the podcast, there's an episode, we just re-released it. It was the second most popular of season 1, I think. And it was something like, I'm going to get it wrong, energy, it had to do with energetic hygiene. So protection, clearing, and balancing. Oh my, I don't know. I can't even remember the title of my own episode, but it was a while ago. But you might check out that episode on the podcast too, because you've got the right to be sovereign in your own energy field. And my philosophy is I'm not anybody's victim when it comes to energy or anything else. I own my power that I have, and my responsibility to my own balance and to my own experience energetically. And so I think that goes a long way to help me keep that balance and not be affected and drained and any number of other things. So that could probably be an entire other episode. Let's see. What's next? If I'm holding a crystal during Reiki, does the crystal become infused? It could be. It could be. Um, it may clear the crystal of energies if the crystal had other vibrations in the crystal that isn't in resonance with its home or true vibration. Those could be released. It could be infused with energy. If you intend and ask, uh, yeah, I would say ask the crystal too, because the crystal actually has consciousness, which might sound really woo woo, but ask the crystal if it wants to accept the energy. But I'll tell you, if it wants to, it'll do it on its own. That's my take on that. And then, of course, Reiki people and I would imagine anyone can infuse or program a crystal. I don't like the word program, but you can infuse or imbue. That's another word people use about putting energy into a crystal. Let's see what is next here. Can you set the intention for another person? You can always set an intention out of loving kindness. Of course, we would never do that for any other reason, but you can always set an intention for another person. But the intention I would say needs to include the freedom to accept or to not accept, so that you're not hooked into any outcome. There's no motive on your part other than that they can accept or reject in whatever way is most appropriate for them. Um, that's what I would say about that. How do you do self healing for entrance exam, please? Oh, well, many people meditate. That can be helpful. But if you wanted to do self healing, what you might do is the night before the exam, as you lay in your bed, you might call to, and I'm going to say higher self again. Today's the day of the higher self with our meditation, and then also, some of my answers to these questions. And what I would do is I would call upon my higher self to work with me while I sleep, to impart on me any wisdom that I'll need for the coming day, as well as to calm any anxieties and fears that I have, helping me be in the present moment when I go to the exam, and also imbuing my biofield or my aura with the answers, with the wisdom. Answers are just bits of energy. And so, why not simply invite that energy to reside more in your field so that during the exam you can tap in to that energy? It will be readily available there. That might sound a little bit weird, but that's what I would do. You can also just place your hands on yourself, perhaps your heart. If it feels appropriate, you might do your forehead and the back of your head at the base of the skull. You might offer yourself Reiki if you're attuned, or just ask for life force energy to come and heal you and release anything and everything that you need to in order to perform on the test for your highest good. Okay. So how about we don't say, give me a 100% on that, but you're going to perform in alignment or in resonance with whatever is in your highest good. And you see, that's really how I operate in my life. So something to consider maybe if that resonates with you. Oh, yeah, nice. Saw light emanating from quartz. Oh, beautiful. Oh, let's see. That's the entrance exam. Yep. Are you using ocean Reiki at times to soothe irritation? Or is Usui the best to cover all bases? Interesting. I don't ever say that one Reiki's better than another Reiki. Um, you know, there are many frequencies, all called Reiki. Um, and I don't know ocean Reiki. I've never learned ocean Reiki, but that's okay. Um, it doesn't it doesn't limit me in any way, and I would invite you to also have the belief, the awareness that you're not limited either, based on what Reiki you've learned. We are drawn to the style of Reiki that we're drawn to, and there are reasons for that, reasons we may not understand. That doesn't mean the Reiki that I practice is any better than anyone else's. And we can get sort of caught up in our humanness about that kind of thing. Some of us do at times, but all Reiki is wonderful Reiki. And so, whatever frequencies of Reiki you're bringing through with whatever style you've been attuned to or studied, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's enough. That's enough. Uh, I have been using the full hour session almost daily. Oh, hi, Terry. I know Terry. With myself Reiki, I'm guided to that. Oh, right. Yes. So she has hurt her back, so she's using that video. That's phenomenal because you might have times like that you need more healing. So that's wonderful to know, Terry. Thank you for sharing that. Um, you need to ask permission of the person you want to send Reiki to. Someone says here, Therese or Teresa Pope. Well, yes, and you'll see different, variations of this, and my take on that also, though, is if we're only offering Reiki with no motivations or anything like that, and we're not tuning into the person psychically or anything else, send send, I don't like the word send, but offer Reiki because Reiki always respects free will, and so if you're only just wanting them to receive Reiki, if they're open to it, what's the harm in that? You're not having a motive. You're not invading their energy field from a personal standpoint if you're only offering the Reiki. And Reiki will not override anyone's free will. That's why that. Now, but if you're a psychic person, if you tune in intuitively and that's part of how you do Reiki, then that's a different matter because that could be invasive to cross a boundary with that person and look into and get personal information and insight about them without their permission. So I just thought that might be a good, you know, uh, thing to point out about that. Um, can Reiki heal unknown past life issues? Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to say this, sometimes people might say, I had Reiki, and this is where that intention comes in, right? Because they might say, well, I went in and I had Reiki, and it was lower back pain, and I left there, and I don't think my pain's any better. Well, the interesting thing with Reiki is because it helps us for our highest good, and we might not know what that is, that person might have had healing in their past life that could be, or perhaps not, be related to the low back pain. So just because a certain issue doesn't seem to improve with Reiki and we want it to, it doesn't mean we didn't receive healing. It just means that it might not be where we expected it or wanted it to be. So Reiki's working on all levels, and our awareness is so slim as far as what we can be aware of, right? So if I have a past life healing, am I going to be consciously aware of that? Uh, Probably not. There's a good chance I won't be, uh, but that's still valuable because I'll probably see positive effects in my life, but I won't know. I may not even recognize it. I might just look at it like, "Wow, that situation really worked out well," not knowing it had to do with a healing of a past life issue. So, Reiki's mysterious in a lot of ways. Let's see, it's 53 after. Okay, I'll um, stay on a little bit longer. Past life, yep. Do you think too much Reiki for what a do you think doing too much Reiki for what a person is useful can cause imbalance in the ongoing life? For example, a small accident or appliance breaking. Oh, I don't. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. Reiki to me is like, and you said Reiki. Reiki to me is like water is to a fish, and so a fish can't drown in the water. Reiki does not harm. Reiki isn't going to cause you to go out of balance in a harmful way because that would be causing harm. Reiki only brings us into balance. If there is, now I do know, and I'm not going to say it isn't true, that some people seem to have issues with electrical devices and things like that. That is not a function of getting too much Reiki. There's something else electrically going on in the energy field with that. Um, okay. Love and thank ever. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Aw. Healing from grief from losing your, and I don't have my glasses on, uh, dog or cat, it looks like, but an animal, a beloved animal. Um, hmm. I think I have an animal Reiki experience on the channel. I can't remember that can help with grief. But any and all Reiki is helpful for that. Um, Also, the lungs often hold grief, so you might put your hands at your lungs. What I see in my mind as I describe this, and I don't know if you have Reiki or not. Regardless, you can put your hands on yourself. your lungs like up here, and you can hold your beloved animal in your mind and wish to connect with them, uh, tell them messages, in spirit, they'll hear you. Allow yourself to cry and let it go. And also allow yourself to know that they are okay. They are okay. And, you'll be reunited one day with them. I fully believe that. And that is what my experience has shown me. So, allow yourself to really grieve that. It is a loss, a deep loss for us. And then invite that higher self to bring through energies for yourself to soften, to release, and to heal from that. Yeah, it's really hard. I'm sorry that you're going through that. The exam question again, which I have answered. What happens if someone doesn't know about Reiki or they're a stranger you never met, so they don't know you're sending the Reiki? Will they still receive it? And will it be of benefit? Their energy, they have a higher self. And so the Reiki work together. They're going to accept it or they won't. And you know what? It's none of our business. So just send the Reiki and allow it to be whatever's in their highest good. And if they choose to accept it, yes, they'll benefit from it. Absolutely. Carol, oh hi Carol, I see you online in the ether. I'm so excited to be taking the Reiki course with you. Yes, I know. Yes, I have a question on the course coming in 2 weeks when I will be receiving infos on it and the book. Oh well, I think didn't I just email you? I don't know. I can't remember. If it's August 20th, is that when it is, Carol? I can't look at the moment. I have an animal Reiki class this weekend. I have one seat left in it. So if you want to join, act now. And then August 20th. Yeah, I already sent the email. The manual is in the mail as well. It went out already. Or perhaps your email's coming today. I'm in the Reiki energy, so it's hard for me to actually uh, have factual information and recall. So sorry about that, but I'll look into it after that. And the email either went out yesterday or it's going out today. Anyway, I'll get with you, Carol. Fears of the unknown and phobias. Oh yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah. You might keep a dream journal with that, fears and phobias, if you want to explore that. If you're just wanting help with that, Reiki can help with that. Also, you might find a practitioner near you. And also, I also want to encourage anyone that is going through, because I see the next chat here, can Reiki heal psychiatric diseases? Please, please, please know that therapy and having a qualified therapist or counselor help in life is a wonderful, wonderful gift to yourself. I mean, I can't say that enough. So, Reiki can help us. The videos on the channel can help. But if you're struggling or if you've tried different things and you're just not making the progress that you would wish for yourself, please don't hesitate to get help. And it's so unfortunate that there's been a stigma around mental health and getting help and support. But just as self love and the importance of self care is now becoming more accepted and more understood as being so crucial to our health overall. I would say that mental health is also coming along in acceptance. Please find help for yourself and allow Reiki or the YouTube channel or any other help that you are receiving, allow it to work together for you. You're a complex, beautiful, energetic being, in constant flux and change. And, your soul has been around forever. So it would make sense to me to take part or utilize different sorts of help for yourself to help yourself in a holistic way. So, let's see what else. I think, we've been on for an hour. So let me see if there's anything else. Yeah. Directed to heal. Let's see. Can Reiki be directed to heal? Yes, Reiki can be, yes. All it is Reiki, please help me for my highest good. Reiki, please uh, scan my previous lifetimes and uh, help me to heal issues within my or issues from my past lives that are affecting me today. Now, again, you're setting an intention. And so you're putting your order in, but allow the Reiki to help you for your most good in this moment. So it might help the past life stuff. It may help something more urgent that's going on with you in the moment. Okay, I'm going to take one other question. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I'll take this one. Can a pre-recorded Reiki session be as effective as a live stream? If so, how can it be logically explained? Who knows? Also, can a recorded attunement have the same inductions done directly? Listen, okay, so I want to say the attunement right off the bat. So I teach my Reiki classes and we do attunements, but in my style, we call it placements, and it's direct to the source of the energy. Um, anyway, too much information. But what I want to say is, I do mine live online, not recorded. But the proof is in the experience. And so this question and what you're asking is really a question for the community, you know? And what I would invite you to do is look through some of the comments on the videos because I assure you, people are reporting that the recorded videos that I have out there for healing are having profound effects in their lives. And so it does work. Energy is not bound by time or space. How it works exactly, I don't know. I believe it has something to do in relation to quantum entanglement, which is a subject in physics. So you might look that up. But, there are many things beyond our understanding that are. That exist. And so, from my perspective, I don't worry too much about how it all works. I just know that it does. And that's enough for me. But perhaps other people are experimenting and trying to figure all that out. But that's just not really my focus. But my advice is try it. What do you have to lose? Just try it. And as far as the attunements that are recorded, many people take recorded Reiki trainings and they report brilliant results, and that then they go and they help people with Reiki from their recorded attunement, and those people get results. So I just think that the how you engage with the energy, listen to how it resonates with you. Maybe a recorded attunement doesn't sound that great to you, so don't do it that way. Learn and have a live attunement. I just don't think there's a right answer. I think that it is. I think it does all work. I think that it's up to you as to how, if you accept that or not, what level of proof you need. I think those are questions that you need to ask. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And training and all of that, there's so many different things that out there. And yeah. Alex says, are you aware of any scientific studies on benefits of Reiki? I think it may be possible to message the effects of whatever field. Oh, measure the effects. Yeah. So on my website, there's a page. I haven't updated it in a while, but it's all resources about studies My website's mainstreamreiki.com. I think it's on the About Reiki page, or maybe it's frequently asked questions, but you can go there. There are so many books about Reiki that you can find, even Reiki in clinical practice. There are ongoing studies in the UK. Reiki in hospitals is becoming more and more prevalent. And there's a TV show in the works, a series about people offering Reiki in the OR, operating room. So I don't know. I mean, from when I first started with Reiki to now, the world has completely shifted with Reiki, and it continues and continues and continues. Anyway, there's so much more I can say. I have enjoyed it. I thank you all for your questions and comments here. And until next time, we'll have another meditation and share at the beginning of September. Let me check my calendar really quickly since I'm here and find out. Oh wow, it'll be September 1st, first day of September. That's the first Thursday. So I'll see you then, and we'll do another meditation. And I will edit the meditation out of this recording, out of this live stream. I'll add some music to it maybe, and I'll put it up on YouTube for tomorrow. So if you want to come back and reattune yourself to the higher self, I would invite you to do that. Anytime we repeat attunement processes, it can be very beneficial because you're just coming at it from a new foundation of where you are. You're consistently evolving, growing, changing, and learning. And so when you repeat an attunement, whether it be a Reiki attunement or the attunement that we did today for attuning to your higher self and embodying all of that energy and wisdom, regardless of that attunement, when you come back to it and repeat it, you're meeting that energy from that new place, from your new level of awareness and consciousness. And so, and each time you'll have benefit and deepen your own path forward and your own experience and possibilities, I guess I'll say. All right. Thank you all so much. And I'll see you out in the ether. Hopefully, you'll tune into the podcast and find some episodes that you really like beyond the ReikiGateway.com. And if you're interested in Reiki training, please head over to mainstreamreiki.com and see what classes I still might have open. I keep my classes pretty small, so they do fill up. I may have some full classes there if you check, but rest assured, I'll schedule more out into the future. Regardless of if you know Reiki or interested in Reiki, or not, I hope that whatever path that you're following is just filled with joy and love and peace and brings you all the blessings for your highest good. And with that, I will say thank you for being with me. All right. Bye, everyone.